Hello, friends. This is Dave Hurwitz, executive editor at ClassicsToday.com, here with Dave's Faves. A lot of you have asked me to talk about Korngold's Violin Concerto, and I have, I think, every recording of it that's ever been made, or just about every recording of it that's ever been made. So I shall assemble at some point a repertoire talk on this wonderful work. I love it. I just love it. Some people say it's kind of kitschy. It sounds like kitsch. Well, yeah, okay. Who cares? Who really cares? It sounds marvelous. That's what it sounds like. Korngold wrote it for Heifetz, who played and recorded it quite fabulously as usual. It's based on film tunes, principally from Another Dawn and The Prince and the Pauper, those two movies. Wonderful tunes, fabulous tunes, and they sound great as arranged on the violin. It is a shameless virtuoso vehicle. The violin really has very few moments where it's not playing, and not playing like difficult violin-y things or big, long, singing cantilenas, and it's just haunting, and the orchestration is succulent and luscious and yummy, and oh my God, it's wonderful. There's no reason to dump on this piece, none. And it's been recorded with great frequency in modern times, which I think tells us that, most people are starting to agree, finally. So my recording of choice, and like I said, I think I've heard them all, is this one. Gil Shaham, first of all, because it's coupled with a stunning Barber concerto. It's fabulous. I mean, it's every bit as good. And so, the coupling matters. You want to get a whole disc of stuff you can listen to that's all equally well done. And you also get the Much Ado About Nothing suite in the violin and piano version. The conductor is André Previn with the London Symphony Orchestra. Now, Previn is sort of a Korngold concerto specialist because he did it with Perlman, and he did it with his wife, Anna Sophie Mutter, later after this. But I think this is the best of the bunch. Absolutely, because you have the best sound of the orchestra, the best balance between violin and orchestra, and you've got Shaham, who is just a fantastic soloist. Absolutely brilliant player who, milks the work for what it's worth, but also has taste. Taste is an issue, I grant you. Taste is always an issue in violin music. It's just as much an issue in Beethoven and Brahms, because the violin is the most vocal of all of the instruments, at least potentially. It can sing, and singers have to have good taste. We know that things like portamento and vibrato and the expressive intensity of the thing. And the fact of the matter is, if the Korngold Concerto comes off as a kitschy piece of schlock, it's because it's played like a kitschy piece of schlock. It's not because that's what the music is. It's because that's what the players do. And we have to make that distinction. Now, granted, the piece tends to invite a certain overindulgence. It really does, because it's just so sensual. It really is. It's tactile. You can feel the melodies throbbing with emotional expression, and you just want to really, let it erupt. But, and I'm not saying that the performers need to use, some sort of austerity or restraint or go too far in the other direction. You have to give the music what it demands, obviously. But you do it in a way which sounds natural and effortless, and that goes to the heart, and that doesn't make you stop and say, ugh. You don't want to come away from the piece thinking that you need to take a shower. Let's put it that way. So, all things considered, when I've weighed all 475,000 performances of this concerto, and actually there really are a lot. It's really rather salutary how many of them have popped up over the past couple of decades once people realized that, it's a good piece of music. Well, I just think this is the disc to get. if you're only having one. And it's my favorite because I just think the performance of the Barber Concerto, which is similar in its way, that is unashamedly melodic, absolutely beautiful, not too concerned with formal issues, and one that really encourages the violinist to sing to their heart's content. And Shaham does it in both equally well. I mean, I think it's really one of the great performances of the Barber Concerto as well. The whole disc is fabulous, absolutely fabulous. And so it's my pick. And for those of you who want like a whole big long thing on the Korngold Concerto, I'll get there. I'll get there eventually because I really like Korngold. You know, there's a whole Korngold playlist. I've done lots of film scores, including Another Dawn, where you can hear that version and the Violin Concerto version in a video. So you might want to go and have a look at the Korngold film music playlist, and or the Korngold playlist, and look at the film music offerings there too, because I do talk about the film music origins of the Violin Concerto. Fabulous piece. And this is a fabulous recording. So keep on listening, friends. Thank you so much for joining me. Take care.